Tonight on the last Jon Stewart Show, guests, comedy, music, the final installment of Talk Show Jon. So join us, won't you? Now, here's your host, Jon Stewart!
Thank you all so much. Oh, thank God there was a standing ovation. I thought you were all leaving for a second. Everybody stood. I was like, wait, we've got a show. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you all for joining us on our final program. I just have one thing to say. Wow, I feel like I'm back at home. They're booing. I do have one quick thing to say. I've got something to say to all those people who said that my show would never make it. Good call. Wow, how did you know that? That's amazing. Why didn't you tell me? I had no idea. Don't you think somebody should have phoned? What the hell was that? Seriously, this is my last monologue, ladies and gentlemen, and I do want to make it all-inclusive if I could. I would like to review, because I won't be here to do it anymore, and I need to leave you with some guidelines for your own future private monologues, ladies and gentlemen. So let's begin with a quick recap very quickly of all the things we've had so far during the thing. Okay, very quickly. President Clinton likes the food, likes the ladies. Ted Kennedy likes the booze, likes the ladies. Madonna just likes it. All right. Lyle Lovett, big hair. The Pope, big hat, flat hair. Forrest Gump, dumb. Kato Kalin, dumber. What else can we talk about? Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey likes the talking ass joke. Newt Gingrich is a talking ass joke. Thank you very much. My people have always liked the word ass, ladies and gentlemen. Judge Ito has a beard. Lisa Marie Presley is a beard. Bobette, Heidi Fleiss, Buttafuoco, always funny. Bosnia, never funny. Stay away from it. 2-pack, 1-pack. Tyson, only if you can do the voice. New York City, whoa. Scary, smelly. L.A., scary, not so smelly. O.J. Simpson, guilty. Kathy Lee Gifford, Satan. There you have it, folks. The ultimate monologue for the kids. I'm davening. Ladies and gentlemen, what energy. They must all have the juice man at home. That's really, they're energetic. I do have one thing I'd like to say to Paramount. You've always been straight with me, and I'm always going to be straight with you. I would never take it. Yeah?
The security guard went to the bathroom.
Get out. Hold on. There you go. Don't think of it as a cancellation. Think of it as a garage sale, ladies and gentlemen. We got a fantastic show planned for you tonight, folks. We got the great guests, hilarious comedy. And I can't even read that with a straight face. And we have some tremendous music, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and enjoy. And, of course, we always have Howard, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers to you, my friend Howard.
Thank you, Jon.
It's our final show, and ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite parts of the show, a bit of unrehearsed, spontaneous comedy where Howard asks me a question, and I completely ignore him. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Howard's final stupid question. All right, my friend, hit it.
So, Jon, do you think being canceled is going to hurt our ratings?
All right. You topped yourself, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move along. Like myself, my first guest hosts a late-night talk show, but unlike me, he has to get up bright and early Monday morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Letterman.
I tell you, this is very nice. What do you want for the place?
Oh, let's see. Oh, man.
I'm telling you something, as nervous and concerned and anxiety-ridden as you may be,
yes, sir.
This is more pressure than I've endured recently in my adult life. If I screw this up, this is your last show, and this is all you'll think about until you work again.
See you in '98, I would guess.
No. On the other hand, of course, I'll be over it by Sunday.
Oh, right. It is a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for coming by and joining us on the show.
I can't thank you enough for inviting me, because I know what this is. I've been through this myself, and I appreciate the invitation, and I'm happy in some small way to lend my presence to the celebration.
Well, I'll tell you how you can help here. I know, let's say you decided to stop doing your show. I know
Yes.
there's plenty you'd miss.
Yes.
About doing the show. I need to hear the negatives, though. I need to hear you say what you wouldn't miss at all, what you wouldn't care to ever see again about doing your show, so I have something to think about.
What have you heard about me stopping the show?
Oh, nothing. It's nothing. It's just my uncle, Mr. Tish, and I were having breakfast.
Hello.
No.
Casting. Well, you know what it is. You know this, and people who have great, satisfying, rewarding jobs know this. Sometimes what you love the most also provides you with the most pain. And I got to tell you, just here recently, I'm kind of getting tired of reading about myself in the paper.
No.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I was thinking about it when you invited me over here, and you've been pretty fortunate because people like you, they like the show, and so you get to read a lot of nice things. Years and years ago, there still is a guy named James Walcott who at the time wrote for, I think, New York Magazine. And he's a great writer and very entertaining, and I always enjoyed this guy's work. But for some reason, well, not for some reason, because he enjoys doing it, he would just beat the hell out of me every 2 or 3 years, just boom, just put me. And so one day the New York Magazine comes, and I'm looking through it, and there's a review of the old show he did at NBC. And I'm telling you, it just went on and on. He's ugly, he stinks, he has no talent, his clothes suck. Boom, 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 boom. It's one of those things where you lay it on the desk and just kind of dance around it. You read a paragraph and whoo, go to a neutral corner.
Yeah. Come out, slam it again. Sure.
So I'm reading this, and I'm thinking, in the back of your mind, you're always looking for ways to kind of excuse yourself from the problem and the pain that you're going to endure.
Sure.
And so you always think to yourself, all right, it's awful, it's horrible, he hates me, but the good news is, in a week, it'll be off the stands. And that's how you get through that.
Sure.
So I close the magazine. Right across the cover there's a big slash banner headline, and it says, 100-year Brooklyn Bridge Anniversary Souvenir Edition. Save it. Show it to your grandkids.
No.
Share it with
Make wallpaper out of it.
And then there was my favorite review of the show, of all of the shows I've ever done. I don't even know the publication. Big headlines, huge review of the show, and it says, the David Letterman Show is like garbage. ... It stinks! Not that it's fly larva infested, not that it's runny and wet. No, it's like garbage in that it stinks. Couldn't be enough that it's just like garbage. They have to supply the missing element.
It hurts, doesn't it?
And the other thing, if I was to walk away, that I would not miss, and maybe you go through this at our show, every night right after the show, you know how it is. The audience comes up to the offices and uses the bathroom. I hate that. I'm so tired of that. I wish they would go home or something.
No, that's why we don't have one here. We just can't use it that way. But it must be difficult to read about that, because someone had told me, I had heard that you had something to do with the Oscars. I didn't.
Hey, don't screw with me, all right, pal?
I would never. But again, those are the difficult experiences. I don't mind the reviews because I never learned how to read. But for me, like the Oscars, what was that experience like to go through it and to be that focused by the world?
Well, you know what it was? I went out there, and we did the show. I did the show, and you're done with it, and you think, yeah, I'm done with it.
Right.
And then you come home and you start reading about it, and you realize, oh my God, I've screwed up the Academy Awards. and my first reaction was guilt and remorse, and I thought, you know, if they wanted, they could arrest me. I screwed up the Academy Awards.
Is that a violation
They could arrest me. And so it took a couple of days, and then I thought, all right, I screwed up the Academy Awards. I don't care. Huh? And now I screwed up the Academy Awards, and I couldn't be more proud. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to you.
Yes, I've come a long way.
A man who speaks out. We've got to take a commercial break. We're coming back with more David Letterman right after this. Please.
The Jon Stewart Show is brought to you by Burger King, where you can get your burger's worth. And by Folgers Crystals. Folgers, the best part of waking up.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Dave Letterman. Exciting news. I'm his new sidekick.
Yes.
Hey, everybody.
Let me just say one thing. You're a smart man. You understand that the people who watch the show are smart. The folks here in the studio audience are, well... Cancellation, and I'm going to tell you something you know. Cancellation should not be confused with failure.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. My father said almost the same thing, but in reverse. What was it for you? What do you think, other than Drew Barrymore, obviously, taking off her sweater, what's been the coolest thing that's happened to you while you've done your show?
You know, you think being in show business, or as close to it as I've come, you ought to have a lot of cool things happening. And,
Sure.
and I thought about this, and currently I've distilled it now down to the persona of Paul Newman. I have been lucky enough to meet Paul Newman. And I just want to tell you, this guy is the real deal.
Really?
He is solid gold. He's a great actor. He's a wonderful guy and just an interesting fellow. I met him, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. Some friends introduced me. It was at a race in Phoenix. It was Bobby Ray Hall, who was a race driver,
Sure.
and his wife, Debbie, and now, of course, I sound like Dick Cavett. And Gregory Peck was there as well, and Jimmy Stewart, and
Groucho
we went on and
and all
on.
that.
Yes,
Sure.
sure, yeah. And so they introduced me to Paul Newman, and you're carrying on a conversation. How do you do? I enjoy your popcorn, and God, we like cool handlers. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying to Paul Newman.
Right.
In your head, all you can hear is this huge voice screaming, "Oh my God, it's Paul Newman! Oh my God, it's Paul Newman!" So I've been lucky enough to kind of have, I guess it's a friendship. I won't say we're really good friends, but we have kind of a relationship. And he's called me from time to time. About 6 months ago, and this is where it starts to get cool.
All right.
Paul Newman calls up and he says, Dave, he says, I'm thinking about getting me a Volvo station wagon, and I'm going to stuff a Ford 302 V8 engine into it.
Sure.
This engine's about the size of a small piano, so we're going to have to push back the firewall. Do you want one? So, you know, I'm thinking Volvo station wagon, it looks like something you'd make in metal shop, and if you want something really sporty, get a bakery truck, and every time you see a Volvo station wagon, in the back it's 3 kids getting car sick on a golden retriever, and I'm thinking, these cars are so safe because in traffic other motorists slow down to check out how ugly they are. But
Right. The tank.
and so intellectually, I don't want a Volvo station wagon. But of course, internally, it's Paul Newman. I say, yes, I'd like. Paul,
Bring it on.
let me have that Volvo station wagon.
Sure. Take two.
So, you know, I'm aware of the fact, in talking to Paul, he's far more excited about this than I am. He calls up from time to time and he says, have you picked out the interior yet? And I said, no, I haven't. He said, well, you better hurry, the dollar's falling. And I don't know what that means. It's, I guess, this...
He's very concerned about the world economy.
And then he calls up after that and he says, good news, Pirelli's going to give us free tires. Wow, that's great, Paul! It's Paul Newman, we're getting free tires! So he calls 2 weeks ago, and he says, Dave, the cars are ready. We got 2. One for me, one for you. He says, everything is ready to go. I got to ask you a question. Do you want a puffer on yours? And, you know, and I'm thinking, well, is it like a special inflatable seat? I don't know, like sails on this Volvo? And I said, well, Paul, are you getting a puffer on yours? And Paul says, yeah, I'm getting a puffer on mine. And I said, you know, I have no idea. And he says, it's a supercharger.
Ah.
I said, a supercharger. And he says, now you have to be very, very careful because with this supercharger, this thing will turn about 400 horsepower. So if you pop the clutch, you're going to tear up the rear end. By comparison, a stock showroom Corvette, 300 horsepower.
Ouch.
I say to Paul, now wait a Paul, I have a Volvo station wagon. 400 horsepower? And he says, oh yeah. He says, oh yeah. He says, from 20 to 100, you can shoot anybody's ass. And I'm thinking to myself, what circumstance would Paul find himself in driving around in a Volvo station wagon where he feels like he's got to chew somebody's ass?
I don't know. Wow. I'll tell you. I can see that very nice, though. The main thing there.
400 horsepower Volvo station wagon.
But when Paul Newman offers you a puffer, I mean, you take it. You don't turn down Paul Newman.
You'd be a fool to pass on the puffer.
On a puffer. It's been such a pleasure just sitting here listening to you talk, and I just want to tell you how much I admire your show now and the morning show that you did and everything else you've done. The morning show especially was always, when I was in college watching it, was one of the greatest things
knock
ever.
off the bull.
All right. Look, if I'm going to be sliding you my resume, I got to butter you up.
You know, you mentioned the morning show, and earlier tonight on our show. Today, coincidentally, in an odd way, 15 years ago, June 23rd, 1980, was the first day of my morning show at NBC. Wow. And it did not last as long as your show here has lasted.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And on tonight's show, we showed some videotape of the very first show. And when I heard that I was going to be on the program, I wondered if in some way it might be of use to you to show you, since this is your last show,
Absolutely.
some videotape of my last morning show. I'm not necessarily proud of this.
No?
I have not seen it. I cannot look at it. It troubles me to watch.
We can turn that around.
It has never been seen, to my knowledge, since its original airing late in the summer of 1980. So just take a look at this, and I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying I'm happy about it. I'm just saying I lived through it.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look. The morning show, ladies and gentlemen.
Monday, there's going to be a show here called, it's called Las Vegas Gambit, and you're going to be hearing a lot of these things. Now here to sing a visual tribute to that show, Harv Mann, ladies and gentlemen, and our salute to Las Vegas Gambit.
It's the Las Vegas Gambit Show. That's the Las Vegas Gambit Show. Oh, it's fancy, fabulous prizes on everything.
I think that is very moving.
You know, I think I might have had a puffer on my hair. Anyway, I lived through it. I've done pretty well since, and I know the same is in store for you.
Well, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you coming by. It means so much to us.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Letterman. Coming up, Final Show Jon, Kevin Meaney, Buffalo Tom, and we'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the new Las Vegas Gambit show, ladies and gentlemen. David Letterman was just here. What a nice man. What a nice man for coming here and joining us. Oddly enough, the way he feels about Paul Newman, the way I feel about him. Oh my God, David Letterman. Jeez. Oh, pipe down. My next guest, of course, needs no introduction. He's been a regular member of our cast for a long, long time. He lives for danger and good conversation. I call him the little something, I can't say. But you may know him as Talk Show Jon. Here he is in the compelling conclusion of Talk Show Jon. one day I was in the middle of my show when suddenly I was canceled.
Talk show, John. I'm sorry to inform you. You've been canceled.
Wait a minute, this show's a hit. The kids love it, and I'm getting laid a lot. I can't lose it.
Sorry.
Oh! Huh? Where am I?
Talk show, John.
Where am I?
Talk show, John. Your contract with Paramount is not over. We need you for the Paramount Secret Service.
Paramount Secret Service. Say, that sounds dangerous. What do I got to do?
We want you to kill someone who's outlived his Paramount contract.
Nia Peebles? Of the Nia Peebles Party Machine? I'll do it.
This is serious, Talk show, John. You're the only one for the job. You must kill this man.
Lives the danger and good conversation, an action figure and not claymation. Talk show John. Talk show John.
It made no sense. I mean, Howard Feller was my closest friend. I loved him like a brother that I had never really talked to or made eye contact with. And now, Paramount wanted me to kill him. I mean, of course I'd do it. I'd do anything for Paramount. I mean, this business can't run fridges. You know, still it's hard to kill a guy you love like a brother.
Place your bet?
1,000 on 33. Go ahead and spin one for me. Miss,
Pussy Glorious.
Glorious. That's an interesting name. That's,
You won!
All right, spin again. Pussy Glorious.
Hold it. I'll spin this one.
Howard.
That's right, Talk Show John. But this time the tables have turned. It is I who am the talker, and you who must sit and listen.
Not so fast, Feller.
Don't be foolish, Talk Show John. To kill me, you have to catch me.
Come on, Pussy. You're coming with me.
Where are we going?
My handy tracking device tells me he's heading for that old abandoned carnival over there. Hang on to your hat, Pussy. Come out, Howard. The game's up. Pussy!
Your mother.
Howard!
Try again, Talk Show John.
No!
You're getting warmer.
Killing you will be easier than I thought, Howard.
You don't really believe Paramount would send an amateur to kill me? No, Talk show John. It is I that was hired to kill you.
Hey, look, gang! It's an old abandoned fun house. Let's go play!
That's when there's fun day. Look, Howard, put down the guns. We can be friends again. Hey, look, everybody, it's Talk Show John. Hey, look. Hey,
You fool! You'll never find me.
the gig is up, Feller.
Catch me if you can, Talk show John.
Uh-oh, hi.
Panda. Huh?
Not so bad. Unless you want to see Miss Pussy Glorious and Howard dead. Get out of here, Talk Show John. Save yourself. It's a bomb.
It was you all along. You wanted Howard and I to kill each other.
Get out, Talk Show John, before it's too late.
So long, Talk show, John. I'll see you in hell.
Hurry, Talk Show John. You only have 10 seconds.
Damn it, man. I'm working as fast as I can.
Hey, those are mine.
I'm not done playing yet.
They're mine.
Yeah,
You're a dum-dum head.
you're a dum-dum head. Talk Show John? Bring the logo. Bring the logo. Jackass.
Talk show John.
There you have it, folks. We'll be right back with Kevin Meaney right after this.
Hey kids, get mom and dad to shell out the cash for Talk Show John. And new Talk Show John with clothes. Don't delay. Buy today.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is, in fact, it. I want to thank tonight's guests. What I meant was, see you Monday. No, I want to thank tonight's guests. It meant so much to me for these people to come on. David Letterman, Kevin Meaney, of course, Buffalo Tom. If you guys have enjoyed this nearly as much as I've enjoyed doing it, then I consider this a great success. I want to thank you people at home. I want to thank you people at home for finding it behind Real Stories of the Highway Patrol and watching. I want to thank the studio audiences for taking the time to come down and joining us. You guys have been great. I want to thank all the guests that we've had on that have allowed us to borrow interest from their careers for our own deviant purposes. I want to thank Paramount for giving us the opportunity to do the show the way we wanted to do it. And I especially want to thank the staff and crew of this show who did a tremendous job. And indulge me one last thing. Please watch the credits of the show. And thanks very much. Good night.
Turbines of my heart. That faded afternoon blows breezing me to my memory. Cool shouts of light appearing. I'm left here, so make it on my own. The voice is small on my voicemail system, million miles away. But if I turned it off, I would not hear the little things you say. The world must chill it like a king. I ring up old acquaintances. It's like a man says I ain't here on business. It's all work anyway. On any other day, they say the life just has no equal. On any other day. Irrelevant, but she was drunk in a heat of the June night. Faces in the window, shots rang out into dawn's early light. Flailing arms, shambling legs, I felt not too shambling legs. I got to go, I said they both look dead. On any other day, any other day, I swear the life has got no equal. On any other day. Other day, they say that life has no equal on any other day.
Thank you, my friend. So that's it. That's the story of my show. For 1 year, the most popular show in the world. I was treated like royalty. It was
Would you shut up already about that damn show?
No, you shut up, Sully, you one-eyed bastard. I'm talking to Joey. Now shut the hell up.
Oh, tell him about my Olympics.
You weren't in the Olympics, you prick. Great.
And you knew President Howard Feller?
Knew President Howard Feller. We were like this. He was my compadre. We were Butch Cassidy and the Sundance. I could call him...
Butch Cassidy, nothing. You were nothing.
I'm coming over there and beating your senile head in, Sully. Shut up.
Tell him about the 5 meters I was in.
You were in the Special Olympics, Sully. Shut the hell up. I still got the wit.
One more stunt like that and you're out of here.
Oh, you know how he gets.
No, come on. No.
Just
No.
one more.
No.
One more?
All right, what do you want?